Wee! Wee! I'm trying to sit farther because I'm like bigger than you, so I'm like.
Don't be a hog.
Rude.
What are they? How they can hear us? Oh, we don't. Oh wait, do we have to have the volume on? Maybe that was better than we don't. Wow, we don't know what we're doing. Hello. If you can hear us, say hi, please.
I just realized it's like super bright.
That's bright.
So the sun's like chopping pieces of my head off.
That's fine. Hi.
Hey.
I love you. Hi, Emma. Hi, Paul.
Hey, what's up, Paul?
Okay. So I think that's correct. I just got a notification. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all squared away.
We're squared away. This
Hello, BJ.
Hello. Hi, Jay Chin.
Hey.
Hi. I don't know. Should we like wait for people in case, you know?
Yeah, people are hopping on,
we'll
you
just,
know.
We'll just
Casual conversation.
We'll just waste some time. How's everybody doing? Oh yeah, I brought his books. He doesn't even know it, but I brought all the books that you read.
Oh no.
Yeah. He's gonna wrap up for us.
No.
And we have a lot to talk about because I read Crooked Kingdom this month.
Oh man, we have a lot to talk about.
And I didn't take notes on that,
boy.
so this is gonna be a.
I have it all recorded in my head. Trust me, that was a time. That was a time for me. Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry, I'll look normal in about a second. This glasses wipe is just like not working for me. Okay.
Hello, Hashikis.
Oh. You say Hershey's?
Hershey's?
No, I know. It's Hershey Kiss, yeah.
Yeah.
That's Bethany.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was trying not to say her name in case you didn't want to say
She said her name.
You're reading The Shining?
Hey, it's Bethany.
Oh my gosh, I read that last Halloween. That's a
I need my own channel.
Hi, bookmarked T. Hello. Does the T stand for your name? I'm absolutely judging you right now, Bethany. I can't imagine a worse screen name than Hershey Kiss. What the heck? Like, could be an anime name.
Oh, bro. Don't even talk about that. We put that behind us.
Did we?
Yes, we
put
did.
It behind me.
Because you want to make fun of me. Troy making fun of Troy's stream.
Oh, Jen? Nice.
Oh.
All right. I feel like we have 13 people now. I didn't put any tags on this, so this is just like a...
Yeah, we're just popping it up.
The subscribers. Hi. Yeah. Hi,
wow.
Diana. Thank you.
Hi. Yeah, that's Stephen King for you.
Yeah. Well,
what is happening?
The Shining at least like has like a linear.
There's like something.
Like there's some flashbacks, but at least it all kind of makes sense. Like, what's the other?
Oh, don't even get me started on some other things like Thinner.
Oh my gosh, Thinner! I haven't read the book, but the movie is like a whole mess.
Oh my gosh, it's a hot mess.
If you haven't seen Thinner,
the acting is so bad.
Which is funny because it doesn't have like a really good cast.
Oh my gosh, the best acting was done by Stephen King himself when he was the shop guy. That was like the only good part of the movie.
Oh, I am currently reading. Hi, John. Oh, Australia.
Ooh.
How's the weather there?
How's the weather?
You're reading the last book in
yes
Rune and Rising. Yeah, Rune and Rising.
I jumped straight into the Grishaverse, the Grisha trilogy. Yeah. As soon as I finished Crooked Kingdom. So.
Really?
Is it really cold? Honestly, we can do with some of that.
Here.
Yeah, I want some of that that cool fall weather right now.
I can't wait for fall. But then when it turns fall, I'm like, please kill me.
How did the two of us meet?
Oh, that's funny. Have we ever addressed how we met?
No, we've never addressed how we met. So, I was, we were both very active on Instagram. Around when it was like, it was like super popular to be on Instagram, and
It's still popular.
I know, but like Paige had
You feel like a grandma.
Paige had, she had like a she was essentially doing like a gamer anime, like a content kind of Instagram where she was like, hashtag gamer girl type of thing, and she Instagram she had her page and she made some post about like League of Legends. We both essentially like bonded and like started dating over League of Legends, but I had posted like this little ceramic thing that I made in the style of League of Legends, and she liked my picture. And I mean, not to sound weird, but it was kind of like, I feel like it was like a match made in heaven kind of deal, because tons of people like your posts and stuff, but like I saw her picture and like it started out pretty shallow. I was like, wow, that girl's really beautiful, and she liked my League of Legends post. And when I went on her page and saw all this gamer stuff, I was like, oh my gosh, maybe we could like be friends or something. And like I sent
friends
her
or something.
So I gave her my League summoner name, and didn't get on for like a month. And then finally she, I got on and like saw that she added me, and I was actually really surprised. And
Hi,
like,
Dean.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry, I'm just chatting away here. But yeah, she added me, and then we started playing.
Elsie. Sorry.
And then within like a day or so, we like actually like started like Skyping and stuff and like talking, and then yeah, that's how we met. It was over a video game.
So yeah, and then we've been together for almost 7 years. Yeah. 7 years. So yeah, been together a long
Thank you so much, Elsie.
Yes, thank you very, very much. Oh, John, yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. I mean, you chose it as your daughter's name, so yeah.
Well, yeah, you know.
Thank you, but also
thank you. As a personal favor to me.
As a personal favor. Yeah. So basically, what I thought we would do is, obviously we're gonna wrap up what we read. Did I miss anything? I didn't miss anything.
Nothing other than like up there. Emma had said
Emmy rocks the world.
Well, Emma
That's
had
so
said
cute.
You need your own channel. I probably won't have like, maybe eventually. It would probably be like really like gamer based though, because I'm just actually lifeblood is gaming. But like
he's thinking possibly in the future. I don't know. Things are really crazy right now. But we were talking about a grilling channel.
Oh my gosh, Grill Daddies! Thank you, Jay Chin.
Oh my god, that emoji's so cute.
That is actually a really cute emoji. Number one. Oh, that is the cutest thing in the world. It's funny because that's like that's a dog that I need. That's a dog that I want really badly.
That's the dog that we want.
The top dog. We both agreed.
The top dog.
Yeah, the top dog. No, we agreed 100%. We were like talking about it, like what dog do we need, and we were like Shiba Inu, like that's it.
Yeah,
that's the dog we need. We were going on about the channel, so I had an idea to be. I mean, I guess I'll.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Thank you.
That's interesting.
I didn't know that. I've never done a live show. I've never done anything like this before, so I don't know what's going on.
First time.
Thank you very much for the sticker and everything. I don't know what I'm doing.
But I did have an idea for a show called Grill Daddies. Had it with my buddy Andrew, and we would both like grill just about anything, just like random food. Like that would be kind of part of the purpose of the show. But it would also be like we would just like find like hot topics to talk about and stuff like that. It looked really tiny.
Yeah, but that was scary.
But yeah, we were gonna grill stuff and then talk. What do I like to grill the most? Steaks. I love steak, and I've gotten really good at grilling. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest, I wasn't really like taught like things like that when I was younger. So I didn't really know how to grill. And then, I started like, just grilling. Like I was just like, okay, like I was kind of just thrown into a situation where it was like, okay, Troy, you're grill master, start grilling stuff.
Yeah, I think it would be fun, but I would hope that you would make like other things than steak.
No,
and
yeah,
burgers.
no.
Like-
We would try to grill. We would honestly, that might even be a show where I would be comfortable trying new things. Like
Well,
when
yeah.
you think grill, like you just think like steak, chicken, blah blah blah. But
Well,
I might like I'll grill some liver
I've
or
heard-
something.
have any
Can you
of
grill
you-
liver?
I
don't
don't
know.
want to eat that. That wasn't the
whatever.
direction I was going at all.
Paul's here for it. He wants to see. He wants to see
have
Andrew
any
and I
of
grilling.
you tried to grill like fruit? You know,
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like I'll
like
grill some fruit. You know,
I feel like I've only seen like grilled pineapple, but I feel like I would like to try other fruit.
dude, like
grilled.
a grilled apple.
Are those
That
good?
probably
Is that
tastes
a thing?
slamming. Can you grill apples?
You can grill anything, but is it good? Is it worth it? Is the
That'll
question.
be. Yeah, look, he said it's very good.
grilled apple.
Yeah,
Grilled peaches
are
I
bomb.
think grilled peaches would be really good because they
I
have
feel like if
they
you
make
can-
like a syrup almost. Right?
Yeah.
Like
grilled apples also good. Yeah, see.
grilled corn.
Oh
Okay,
man,
nice.
you guys are fighting for
This
the
is-
show, aren't you?
This is not a.
This is gonna
this is
start
not a
up. This is
book
gonna start up in like
stream.
the next week. You guys are like, no, we want grill daddies.
No, yeah, but I think corn.
It
would be
isn't a
good.
fruit, but it's also not a meat, so that kind of fit into the category of what we were looking for.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So how should we start?
How should we start?
Like, I don't know. Like, you technically
Can you
when did
grill
you-
Kaz Brecker?
Nice. Good transition.
Yeah, it was just
Did you
throw a
read?
name out there.
When did you read, like, the first two books of the? Like, when did you finish them? Did you finish? them?
Yucky. when did I read? Well, I only finished Crooked Kingdom. Honestly, it might seem like it was a long time ago.
Oh, but
I read
right.
I read faster than I've ever read before, guys. Okay, I read Crooked Kingdom and then I finished the first two books of the Grisha trilogy.
Grisha.
I finished the first two books within like 2 weeks of finishing Crooked Kingdom. I've never read that
when
fast
did you
before.
finish Crooked Kingdom?
Crooked Kingdom had to have been like, I'll say like,
That was probably.
let's give it like a month ago. Like
Yeah.
a month ago.
It wasn't in August,
give or take. Yeah.
So we'll talk about that later. But
Yeah.
You did finish the first two Grisha books this month, right?
Yes.
Or
I
not
did.
this month, but August.
Yeah. August.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I guess here, hand me over my Twilight.
Hand you over. Oh, why'd you put it at the bottom of the stack?
You can just bring all of them over.
Okay. No. Oh God.
Okay,
There you
so
go.
I mean, I already
There you go.
did a video talking about this. Tanner, that's amazing. I'm not really capable of that unless I fall into sadness and then I'm just like in my room under a blanket
Yeah, that's like
reading.
that's.
Oh Lord, it's Twilight time. Yes.
Oh, Lord.
What order should you- I think that you should read the the Grisha trilogy first, just because there's so many references and like.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you'll honestly I feel like Leah Bardugo does a good job of not of like referencing things and not like completely spoiling them, but like it is like a completely different feel. Like I can tell, like I read it like in the opposite order. I would have probably preferred to read the Grisha trilogy first,
Yeah.
and then read.
I think you can definitely. I mean, the Six of Crows duology is like one of the best.
Yeah,
fantasy
the
duologies,
thing is, Six of Crows really like
Yeah.
got me strapped in.
But
so.
there's just so many like characters and references to what happened in
Yeah.
the trilogy that like I feel like it's worth it. Although I will say, and we both agreed on this. Well, should we wait? No, I'll just say okay. I feel like we both agreed that Leah Bardugo is one of my favorite authors.
Mm-hmm.
Like this year, I feel like Ninth House is still my favorite book of the year. But we agreed that her writing changed like so drastically
very
from
drastically.
the trilogy to like the duology. Like it's just so much better for some
Yeah.
reason. I don't know if it was a choice that she made to make the trilogy so much more like young adult, or if it was just like a. Oh really?
She
I never have gotten to even see an interview with her. Was she like standoffish or just like, Philip?
Yeah, I'm not too sure how she'd be. I just know for sure, cutting back to start the Grisha trilogy, I cringed a little bit.
Yeah, it's not
reading
a nice
because it's like
transition.
it goes from like a very well laid out, like sort of, you know, action fantasy, like all sorts of all that stuff. Um,
Oh.
oh,
Oh.
gotcha,
Mm,
gotcha.
yeah. I mean, I literally have. The only thing I know about. Have you seen Leah Bardugo? Like in her picture, the back.
Oh yeah, I've seen her before.
Like she's definitely
I follow her on
She has a
Instagram.
very specific like goth sort of aesthetic. That's
Yeah.
really nice, but like I've never even heard her voice. What is your favorite author that you've like been to visit? Just curiosity. The only author that I've ever
Oh,
I don't like to talk about Mal and
it's just
Elena.
see that's the problem. That's that yeah, yeah, Alina. So Emma, thank you for asking that, because that was the problem with Joe Hill, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
that's pretty funny.
I think Joe Hill's the coolest human being, but I've never gotten to see him.
But yeah, Alina and Mal, with like their constant, like it was like that's what I mean by you can tell like that there was a difference in her writing. Like
Give me one
I
second
feel like
while
it
you
was
talk about that. Sorry.
I feel like it was kind of layered towards or kind of like gearing towards more of a romantic feel, and kind of like not until like the like second or third book do you get like the actual like vibe going on in the trilogy. You know, like I don't know, I'm sort of like an action like fantasy like tragedy nut, so I can't really speak too much, but like I don't know, it was very like teen drama.
Yeah.
But like set in the Grishaverse. That's why it was weird. It was like
Grishaverse is so
it was
cool.
like the Grishaverse is so cool, and there's so much happening, and this girl is like, oh, I can't like choose. Like, oh my gosh, dude, why are you so focused on that? And then she like didn't want to accept like who she was.
I like a good romance. I like a good romance.
But high school romance drama in a fantasy world?
Fantasy world,
dude,
was cringe.
It was so cringe. It was like, and it's like the whole first book.
It is.
The whole first book.
Yeah. I think it actually kind of takes away from like...
It really does.
It takes away from her like independence, I feel like, because she's always worried about like Mal or the Darkling, and I'm just like, you're literally like a goddess. Like, why do you care?
Yeah, it's weird because... The Dragon Lords.
Is that like the name of the first book, or is that the name of the series?
I will definitely look into it.
But
I have a ridiculous list right now because of her. Like, the Name of the Wind keeps coming up.
The Name of the Wind!
So I will read The Name of the Wind, okay?
You have to read The Name of the Wind.
Oh, okay. Dragon Lords is probably like the first book, and then also the series.
Daniel Handler. Am I like such
He played the accordion.
What is...
Grade each other as siblings. Where are these authors?
Oh, what? You saw Lemony Snicket in person?
That's pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
That makes sense, though.
Yeah. But yeah.
Where are we at? Oh, yeah. We're high school drama? Or no, we were on Dragon Lords.
I don't know.
I will definitely look into Dragon Lords.
Yeah.
I'm also jealous.
Yeah. The only person I've met before, and I met...
If you've been here since the first video...
Yeah. Hey, traffic.
Yay!
Yeah, the only author that I've met in person was Maggie Stiefwater. And she had a race car in the Barnes & Noble parking lot, and that was the coolest thing. Do you understand how cool it is to drive up to Barnes & Noble, see this like crazy looking race car, and know that she has arrived, like she's in the building? Like, she knows what she does when she drives around, and it's like, wow. It's a freaking amazing, and she was really cool. But then I think N.K. Jemisin, she writes the Realms, I think, series. I can't remember.
The Realms or the Browns? No,
the Realms. Maybe. Does somebody know what I'm talking about, or am I like completely wrong? But anyway, that's who was with Maggie Stiefwater. And I had never read her books, so that was really sad. And I know that she's a really respected author. So it was kind of embarrassing that I had nothing to ask her or anything to sign. Great Cities trilogy? I don't know. What is that the name of the first book?
Well, it would be
Great Cities. What? Yeah. Yeah. That was her name.
Possibly.
I think. I don't know. I don't know.
I can't even add to this conversation. I wasn't there.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, she writes some sort of trilogy.
She's an author.
She's an author.
So she writes some kind of trilogy.
Yeah, it was
because
fantasy.
if you're an author, you know you can't just write one book.
Well, yeah, that's if you're a fantasy author.
If you're a fantasy author. No, there's no way of fitting a. That's what made the Grisha trilogy so shocking. Why'd she waste so much time on the high school drama? Like, usually you write a trilogy because you can't fit your whole universe in one book. Let me fit a quarter of my universe in a book and make it like 3/4. Oh, yeah. Dude. But like, I can't say anything because I read the second book. Very good. I'm in the third book. Still pretty good.
Yeah, if you've read the Grisha series and you know who shows up in the second book.
Yeah, it would be nice to have more standalone books. I agree.
I feel like with fantasy, like I primarily read fantasy, and so do you now. But I feel like it's hard for fantasy authors to write like one book because, like, it's just like it's you to write a fantasy novel. You have to come up with a world.
I'm in for more drama. No, not in the third book. No.
He thinks he knows what's going to happen in the third book because he's read.
Because I read Crooked Kingdom,
but he has actually no idea at all what's in store for him.
Oh.
I don't remember what's in store for the third
I don't
book, really,
remember.
because it's been a long time. I think it's been a few years since I read that.
I'm having a feeling I'm not going to want to remember after I finish it. Yeah, there's more.
Yeah.
And no, you don't know what's in store. Oh, man.
Oh, heck.
See, I'm used to, so, like, I know this is August wrap-up, but, like, everyone should know that my favorite series so far, and, like, nothing's come close to it, not even, like, the Grishaverse, I'm sorry, but Red Rising. Dude, I'm in love with Red Rising.
Is one of the most artful.
I would marry Darrow Al-Andromedus if he was here. He's like my favorite. He's the best.
Okay.
He's the coolest person in the freaking world.
Like, I would leave you immediately if Darrow showed up right now.
No.
I would leave you.
Listen, Darrow is the definition of character development.
Yes. I've tried to get him to read the Poppy War, but there's so many things that I want him to read that, you know.
It's just a stacked up list. When I'm done with the Grisha trilogy,
then you need to read The Name of the Wind.
Yes, I was gonna say that. I'll read The Name of the Wind, and then what? Should I just finish The Name of the Wind? But you didn't read the second book.
What second book?
Isn't there a second book?
Yeah, I read it.
You read it?
Yeah, I read it,
okay,
and now I'm gonna wait 10
Wind.
years. I'm gonna wait 10 years until the third book comes out. But hey, oh, love, but I know I'm not the target audience to read. Yeah, I mean, I always have a soft spot for YA, although, like, you know, the reason why we're bashing on, like, the Grisha trilogy is because of the fact that it's so strongly, you know.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like, it's very strange, because it's, like, there's, like, obviously very adult themes. Like, it's not, like, the most,
there are adult themes, but then there really aren't.
Well, I'm just saying it's not the most...
More of the adult themes, I feel like, are in, you know.
Six of Crows. Six of Crows is really adult.
Six of Crows is next level. Like, I was watching, I watch a booktuber, what's her name? Sam, and she was talking about, like, how it's hard to trust narrators that are, like, teenagers and who are supposedly, like, this, like, super damaged, very, like, angry character, but then, you know, when she realized what Kaz had actually gone through as a kid with, like, his brother and everything, she was like, oh, okay, that makes sense then. And I had the same, like, experience.
How do you qualify adult theme?
I don't know. I
mean, I don't qualify adult theme, like, you know.
It doesn't
like,
necessarily just have to be, like, sex and violence.
No, that's, like, adult theme for, like, cinema and whatever.
I feel like it's just...
I think maybe...
I don't think it's moral themes that are necessarily just adult. I think it's more like themes to do with the government, or political strife, like the kind of themes that, like, a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old, like, will read, but then, like, not understand any of the terms, which is good for, like, a class that you would Exactly.
Yeah.
Like a class that you would be like taking in like high school or something, and like your teacher would assign you like, oh, here's a book with all this political stuff. I'm going to talk you through it. Like that's makes sense. But if you're like a kid, like, or you know, a young adult picking up a book from Barnes and Noble, and you go in to read it with no like context, no like mentor help, and you literally can't understand it, then I feel like that's a little bit like
adult mature themes.
Yeah.
Like, for example, it's kind of like flip-flopped with especially the first book of the Grisha trilogy. It feels like there's this fantasy world that's very complicated and like political, like there's a lot of political strife, a lot of things going on, so many moving pieces in the Grisha trilogy, and they like dumb it down.
You look like a father at church.
It's funny because I picked this shirt out. There's no offense there.
That's what he wants.
I've accepted
we went to
my
a Catholic
dadness.
School.
I've accepted my dadness. I have like those like sandals with like the millions of straps that make me look like the guy that's grilling at the barbecue.
The way you're dressed is so opposite to my like casual.
It's funny because I was gonna wear. Well, I was gonna wear. I mean, either way, I was gonna look interesting because I was gonna wear my my Haori jacket. Yeah, so I was gonna be like all like kimono man over here.
I mean,
it's just really hot.
I'm sure like
so.
you all can't watch all the videos that I post, but they actually showed the Haori jacket when we went to the Goodwill outlet store. If you can remember that far back.
No, that's the kimono.
No.
Yeah, that's a full on kimono. My Haori jacket is from me being Oni from Renaissance.
Oh, well then why did you? I don't know.
I'm not gonna wear.
You kept calling it a Haori when we went to Jasmine's house.
Yeah, I was wearing the Haori.
Nah.
Yeah, I was wearing the shorter one.
Were you?
Yeah, the Haori's more of a jacket, and then the
maybe if you unbutton
the
like
kimono. Should I unbutton a button?
Yeah.
I didn't want to like fire up the chat, you know.
Fire up the chat.
I don't want to sizzle you guys.
Down,
whoa! Look at this dad chest. All right. Anyways.
Okay. So does anybody else want to keep talking about
spicy?
Like, I don't know.
About the Grishaverse. I was just saying that's the last thing I was saying. It was flip flop. It was like they took all these adult themes and they dumbed it down for like a kid. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. I mean, we can return to it later. You know.
Yeah. We'll come back to it. I'll give the.
But we're gonna depart to something that's less respected.
Yeah. So we just got done talking about high school drama.
Yeah. And then, I did a whole video on me reading this and my thoughts and everything, and it was I don't know if you guys saw that. If you aren't even aware what this is the Twilight. Hey, I'm not coming for you. I read this whole thing in like 1.5 days. I got it the day it came out.
We also just watched.
Yeah, well, so I read this from Edward's perspective. Like I said in that video, I reread the entire Twilight series because it had been a long time since I read like all of the Twilight books. Like I remember a couple years ago I tried to reread Twilight because I used to like reread Twilight like every year when I was younger, but I tried to reread it a couple years ago and literally could not get through it. But this, from Edward's perspective, obviously I was more motivated to read it, so I read it. After I finished this, it felt weird to leave off there, so I was like, I'm just gonna read the rest of the books, and I did. And I honestly don't know what to say about them. But the point is that after I finished reading all of the books, I was like, you know what? I'm not done yet. And I was like, Troy, and he's already
I'm like,
Well, you've actually watched the whole Twilight series, I think twice before that with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's binged the Twilight series twice before this third time when I was like, I just finished reading all of the Twilight books.
Breaking Dawn is a hot mess. Okay? Breaking Dawn is a hot mess.
The weird thing about Breaking Dawn is that I remember when I was younger that I really liked Breaking Dawn, which is weird to me now because it didn't take very long until I was like, I hate this book. Like, I don't like it at all. Like, what's going on? This is really, really strange. I just feel like Breaking Dawn is a sad book because of all the directions that Stephanie Meyer could have taken, she was like, you know what? The werewolf
Don't
with
even.
the baby.
Don't even. Dude, don't even.
Yeah, too much
Don't
information.
Even.
Does anybody remember this? And I don't think I've ever told you this. So in the book, in Breaking Dawn, they don't do this in the movie, I think because they knew it was like a line that you don't cross.
Yeah.
But in the book, when when they're about to go into battle with the Volturi, like Edward and Bella and Renesmee and Jacob are standing there, I think, and Edward is saying is talking to Jacob, and he says something like "Goodbye, my brother," and then he says "my son."
What?
He calls Jacob his son, like a father-in-law to his son-in-law. He's like, "Goodbye." Goodbye, my brother. Goodbye, my son. Literally, that's a line. I wish I could. Maybe I'll Google it, but yeah, that's a freaking line that Edward Cullen says. Yes, Jay Chin, I remember it too. It traumatized me. I think that was the point, even when I was younger, that I was like, something's wrong here. Even though I'm like 12 years old, something's wrong.
But it's so strange. It's like.
Yeah, actually,
it's unique.
It happens.
It's unique, but like, what's the line? You know what I mean?
It's unique.
Like, because I want to be unique, I'm going to cross this line. Like,
it's the worst. It's the worst. Yeah, no, I didn't black it out because that's been traumatizing me for like a solid, Yeah,
that's so weird. I mean, that just makes it worse. That's like
I never told you that though.
No, you didn't.
The fact that it actually exists.
Because they actually flip it in the movie. Because literally, like, there's a joke. There must be a nod to that where Jacob's like, "Can I call you dad or something?" And he's like, "Shut up." Like, Edward's literally like, "That's gross." Because Robert Pattinson was probably like, "Ew." Like,
although,
how about you stop, buddy?
Yeah, to be fair, so is Bella. Bella's definitely I'm not like the other girls person. Yeah. But yeah, so that exists. And it doesn't exist in the movies because when we rewatched them, I was literally waiting to see if it happened, and they literally like revised what he says to Jacob before, if he says anything. I don't even know if he says anything, but when
I enjoyed seeing Jacob get his get like tossed around and whatnot. Whenever there's that like that scene is like one of the best scenes in Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Yeah, Emma, just avoid it. You're good.
That's like the only reason that like I would have watched that movie. All the way through is just seeing that scene where like everyone's like, "Ooh, like you got something to tell Bella," and Bella's like, "What do you have to tell me, Jake?" And I'm like, "Oh, he's about to get beat up."
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yes, Jacob. What I love New Moon, and when I was a kid, I remember hating New Moon because I was like, Edward's not here. I hate this book. But actually, like being an adult reading this series, rereading the series, New Moon is probably one of my favorite books because I love Jacob. I feel like Jacob's such a sweet, I was about to call him a human being. Jacob is such a sweet thing.
Book boyfriend.
And no, it's not about that. He's like,
I lost her.
He's called, Bella calls him her son or something, and it's just such a apt description
like
of
the son?
him. Yeah, because he's such a warm person.
Yeah.
And when at the end of New Moon, when he becomes a werewolf, and from that point on, he turns into such just the worst. Nobody ever even talks about Eclipse and the fact that he literally said that he was going to kill himself if she didn't kiss him. Nobody talks about that anymore. But hey, that's super freaking wrong. That's wrong. And he was such a good boy before that point. That is toxic, Emma. Yeah, that is freaking toxic.
Very realistic, though. Realistically, weren't they still high schoolers then?
Yeah.
That's a realistically high school toxic. I'm not saying that makes it good. I'm saying I could literally see. Realistic. I could see someone being like, "I'm gonna kill myself," and you're just being like, "Dude."
No, it's the freaking worst.
Yeah.
That's exactly It's and it's very sad. It's just very sad because kind of something I'll mention in this book is that the way that I mentioned this in the video too, but the way that Edward describes like Jacob's inner thoughts. They're just so pure and so kind.
Yeah, Emma. Yeah, that straight up happens.
Yeah. No, dude, I was like,
Yeah.
I was here for that punch.
Yeah, he
I was
just
here for
jumps into that kiss.
Yep.
He just jumps straight into that kiss, and then
she
punches him and hurts her hand.
The first ever time that Jacob kisses Bella, he does it without her permission, and Edward punches him for it. So that was actually
Edward punches him?
Yeah. That does that right?
I meant Bella.
Oh, Bella punches him
because she hurt her hand.
So yeah. But after that happens, then Edward and him get into like a confrontation, and that's what I remember a lot.
Yeah, look, she breaks her hand, and then he laughs about it.
Yeah.
I got a kiss, and I broke her hand.
His character was instantly ruined post New Moon, which sucks.
His character was Andy from The Office.
The Office.
Yeah. It's like a phrase, Andy from The Office.
Are you being serious?
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying like yeah. See, like Andy, dude, they took Andy and just threw him in the garbage can and then pulled him back out, and they're like, okay, yeah.
No, I thought you meant that was literally like a meme saying.
Oh no!
I was like, I never even heard that before. No. Is that like a thing? Ripped. Yeah,
werewolf
exactly.
Jacob Black.
Jacob Black. Oh, such a.
It's very drastic too. He gets like crazy. Pop me watching page and.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
I'm
just
sorry.
Think about we're talking about how terrible.
Imagine a human, right? Imagine a human who likes a vampire and a werewolf who likes the human, but the human is just friends with the werewolf, but the werewolf kisses the human non-consensually and is a real creep. And then when the human rejects the werewolf, in the end, the werewolf falls in love with the human's baby. That's Twilight.
That's Twilight.
That's Twilight. Boom, there we go.
But here's the thing. I'm spouting a lot of hate right now, but the fact is that I've watched the Twilight movies every year, every single year, I think I can say. And Emma. What? Oh my gosh. I don't know why it was such a thing. Yeah, she has a freaking baby.
Yeah, a baby.
She has a baby, and it grows like crazy because she wants to be Jacob's girlfriend. Yeah. No, trust me, it's strange. It's strange.
Wait. He imprints on the baby. That sounds so much worse for some reason, but because it is.
He scalds her with a brand.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he imprints.
Oh.
Hey, what's up, Dad?
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no, Twilight is certainly extremely toxic. However, like I said, I'm as much trash for it as ever, apparently, because I will just keep reading it forever. It'll be a while until I reread the books, but I'll probably watch the movies again next year, and then I'll go through this whole rant thing again. But we did have, while we were watching the movies, we thought that, the movies aren't all bad, neither are the books. There are a few elements that could have really made everything. Like, for example, I don't know how you guys feel, but the Volturi to me are super cool. Like, if they had just been expanded upon a little bit more, maybe I'm just yearning for the classic vampire, stuff. But I think the Volturi are really, really cool. I think that what they, I don't know also if you remember this either, but I remember in the in Breaking Dawn in the book when the Volturi are confronting the Cullens, Arrow I think mentions that the werewolves aren't actually werewolves, and that remember I told you about this?
They're were-rabbits.
No.
I'm just kidding.
But they're...
No, yeah, you did tell me this.
Yeah, and then things called Children of the Moon exist. Well, where are they? Where are they? Where are those people? Oh, yeah. Michael Sheen, that's not... I would never recast Michael Sheen. I feel like he's amazing.
That's the thing. I mean, there's some casting in there.
Yeah. And the battle that they decided...
That's why I like Breaking Dawn Part 2, specifically.
Breaking Dawn Part 1 is a mess.
What's his name? Rami Malek.
Oh. Ugh.
What happened with him?
What do you
Where
mean
has he been? No, I'm
He
just
was in
saying.
Bohemian Rhapsody. He's been
No,
like,
I'm saying like
super
that
celebrated.
vampire. That vampire was just hiding. Here you got the Cullens going through like all this turmoil with the Volturi, and then you got this guy who could control elements, just stowing
just
away,
chilling.
just
Yeah.
hanging out. No.
But yeah, I mean, are there things that you dislike or like from the movies?
From no, I'm just kidding.
Hey,
Honestly,
no.
honestly, the biggest thing that I disliked was I think it's New Moon, where and Paige said that this was like added, where for absolutely no reason Bella sees like Ghost Edward everywhere when she's trying to make decisions.
No, that's not added.
That's not added.
No,
that's in the book.
That's in the book.
That's so weird. That's so strange. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never
No.
mind.
I mean,
it was weird.
It's cringy no matter what format you
yeah,
put it
it's
in.
pretty cringy.
Well, okay. Definitely Throne of Glass, but I will tell you that Throne of Glass changes drastically from the first book to the last book. Almost like it's not the same series at all. I don't know. Do you like, angsty romance? Because I mean, Twilight's not terrible. It's entertaining. That's the point of it. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Twilight isn't unreadable. It's just you can't take it too seriously.
Twilight's like when you watch, and honestly, I didn't really watch this. I'm not gonna lie, but there was an audience at some point for like this show called Degrassi, where it was just high school. It was just high school drama, but like weirdly like extra high school drama.
Yeah. Doesn't he? That makes me actually feel bad, Paul, because I remember reading like interviews and different like just things that were said about the movies, and the fact that Taylor Lautner was so uncomfortable that they made him be shirtless. Yes, Drake was in Degrassi.
Drake was in Degrassi.
I never watched Degrassi, but when he
I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes, and like at the time it was still when like I was a little like baby child, and like my uncle and cousins were watching it, so like there were a lot of themes that were like, now I look back and I'm like, well, it's better to be like educated, I feel.
Yeah.
But like there were a lot of themes that were like sex and stuff, and like I remember watching it and feeling like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't be watching this.
Twilight is, I think, much older. I think, even though, yeah, I don't know, yeah, right, because Twilight was written in 2003.
Twilight is definitely older.
I think.
Yeah. When was Throne of Glass? Well, no, that had to have been older than Throne of Glass.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. It's just, definitely. I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's up to you. It's just like, if you decide to read Twilight, then go into it kind of.
Twilight is older than me.
Hey. Hi, Grandma.
Hey.
What was I saying? What were you saying?
We said something about Degrassi. We were talking about the blind. Taylor Lautner being uncomfortable being shirtless.
Just so many like
No, my.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And it's uncomfortable to watch it, and then when you kind of like instantly think like, what the heck, Taylor Lautner, like you think of like the actor, like why are you shirtless all the time, but then you remember like, oh my gosh, some guy in freaking the director's seat or whatever was like, you know what, Taylor Lautner, you young child, I want you to have your shirt off for how many movies?
Yeah, 4, 5.
Yeah,
5 movies. 5 movies. Bless you. It's kind of sad, honestly. It's kind of sad, honestly, because like Taylor Lautner was. I feel like he was kind of just like forced into this like train of being like typecasted as like this muscular doing backflips, kind of like jumping off of stuff. Like he was in like that weird movie Abduction, and like some other like crazy movie where he was parkouring, and like obviously for like one of the first times I've seen him was when he was Shark Boy.
Shark Boy.
But like see, him being Shark Boy and being cocky makes sense because that was the character, and he's like a little kid. You know, little kids are kind of cocky. You know, he probably felt really cool that he could do flips and stuff. But like later on, I'm sure like he just became like a kind person, and they forced him into this role of like, can you be a shirtless douchebag that like is just a jerk?
Yeah, it's weird.
Like he's just this shirtless jerk.
It's weird.
He has lines like, "Face it, Edward. I'm just hotter than you," and you're just like, it's like a pun that you want to hate, but you're also like, I know why that was thrown in there. You know, there were the posters. Well, there were the posters, Team Edward, Team Jacob, like, and you just know that's what they were doing. Like he was like, I'm hotter than you, and like all the Team Jacob girls went, oh my god. It's just, it's so cringe. It's so cringe. Like the scene where he like runs up to her, he's like, Bella, and he just throws his shirt off.
I don't know. I always respond to your comments and love talking to you, but I don't know what to call you because your username is so long. Maybe I'll call you Good One. Good One. Good child. What team was I? Oh boy. I don't know. When I first, I mean, Edward, I guess. But like, and then I had a stage. It's all about stages. This was during puberty, guys. I had a stage where I was Team Jacob, but then, like I said, Jacob turned into such a jerk that I couldn't withstand Team Jacob anymore. Even though I do continue to love the werewolf, you know. But generally, Team Edward. Yeah.
It just seems like you would only choose Team Jacob if you were like if you were one of those.
Well, no,
not one of those, but I'm saying like if you were like fighting for the.
I think Team Jacob really appeals to people who love like warmth and humanity.
Yes.
You right?
Yes.
Yeah. I hope so. I almost feel like Taylor Lautner has given up on acting. But yes, Edward is also toxic. Like, for example, one of the most infuriating... I don't like how overbearing Edward is. He comes off like a father, and I am not about to be a team father. And he, like, in Eclipse, like, the fact that he keeps, like, sabotaging Bella's attempts to, like, visit Jacob, I'm just like, dude.
Yeah, he's very controlling and weird.
So weird. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm referring to. He's so freaking, like, overbearing, overprotective, and he just comes across like he's trying to protect, like, a small child. And I'm just like, ew? Like,
yeah. And he's, like, strangely, like, his decisions are so weird. Like, it seems like he's like, I want you to myself, but anytime she, like, wants to make a decision that he doesn't agree with, he's like, well, no. But, like, you also have to stay here, but no. Like when she, like, wants to decide her own fate, he's like, I'm not going to do that for you. I'm not going to let it happen. And she's like, it's not really
it's
your
not
choice.
Up to you.
It's, I want to be with you. And he's like, no, you have to be with me, but, like, you have to be in, like, this particular state and be with me. You can't, I will not allow you to be, it's just, he's
so controlling. And I just, I don't know, but that's the only reason why.
The problem with Jacob is he is, and I think it honestly is just like his nature, if I'm going to be completely honest. He is a werewolf. I feel like he's a little, like, more, like, active and, like, hyped up than the, like, cold dead vampires. So maybe that's why, but I'm saying maybe that's why he went for, like, the non-consensual, like, weirdness. Because he just kind of is acting on like instinct. Like, I think that's what maybe Stephanie Myers was going for. I think that's what she was going for.
Well, then it's okay.
It's not right. I'm saying she was going for the animal instinct thing, like, especially with the imprinting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what they were going for. So it was either animal instinct or extremely toxic cold man who thinks he knows everything because he's lived, like, decades long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an ant. Yeah, those are kind of, the thoughts about Twilight. And the fact, I mean, it's hard to also be Team Edward when you read Midnight Sun, which is from Edward's perspective, and he refers to all of Bella's friends as children. So.
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, I agree, Bethany. Yeah, Paul. Absolutely.
Yeah. Paige and I agreed. Let's see what you guys think. Between the two of us, what do you think each of us are between a werewolf and a vampire?
Werewolf or vampire.
Yeah, we're not going to say what we think we are until after you.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I think that part of the hatred towards Twilight is just a hatred of like young adult girls.
Exactly.
Like their culture just being hated. I don't know.
Both vampires.
Oh, really? Ooh.
Both vampires. That's a first.
Yeah, I agree that I give.
Oh no!
I agree that I give off
I am
vampire
Strahd von
energy.
Zarevich.
Yeah.
I could have some vampire energy, you know? Honestly, I play video games like completely in the darkness, so blue light straight into my eyes.
So that's what we thought.
That's what we thought.
Yeah,
I think I'm a werewolf.
But, yeah.
See, the thing is, you can kind of halfway get it from like me like joking around.
It's like tame. That's what I always say. I feel like if we
Oh, thank you, Steven.
Yeah. I feel like if I can't remember what I was saying. I don't remember what I was saying. But yeah, he's in control of his urges. Anyway, does anyone else have any more comments?
I don't imprint on anyone.
Hope not. Does anyone else have any more comments on Twilight? No? Alright. I feel like, I feel like we've beaten that horse. So, the next book I guess I'll mention, we'll save Crooked Kingdom for last since we already kind of covered it.
Yeah.
So I actually I made a post about this book on Instagram if you follow me on there. And I made a post about it because I was super in the mood for a romance novel. I needed a little bit of like sunshine in my life. It was a rough week at school, and I had seen this book circulating around Goodreads, and I just love the cover so much. Am I the only one that's like just so taken by the art on this cover? It's You Had Me at Ola. Like, I just love it. Look at it.
That's a clever title.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a play on You Had Me at Ola, obviously. Yeah. But it is, right? It's so pretty. And I just feel like I should probably follow this artist, but I feel like the highlights on their face and like the colors are so vibrant. It's just nice. Really, really nice. And I don't think I actually talked to you about this at all because I read it so fast and then didn't comment on it at all. But this is supposed to be about like these two film stars that are like coming from different backgrounds. So like he is coming from a more like soap opera background, I think, and she's coming from like they're basically like not primetime, the opposite of primetime TV shows. And
that's cool.
They get casted in this show that's basically on something that's like Netflix. And it's like Carmen in Charge or something, and it's about this woman who is a like she represents like stars, and he's a musician in the show, but they like form a romance off screen and on screen. And
that's pretty neat.
Yeah, and I thought that was really cool. I like the cover, so I got this and I read it, I think, in one day. To be fair, romance novels you can kind of just like inhale.
You learned some Spanish?
I had to Google a lot of it because I forgot most of the Spanish that
and I'm pretty useless. If anyone doesn't know,
you helped
a little bit.
You helped a little.
I am Puerto Rican and Dominican.
Yeah.
Or rather, I don't even know. Puerto Rican, Dominican, Spanish, and Spain, Portuguese.
Yeah.
Hopefully everything's okay there.
Yeah, you were able to help me with a few words, but
Yeah.
if you are thinking about reading this book, like, I wouldn't say that it's so much that you can't read it if you don't know Spanish. It's just that, like, obviously both characters are Latino, and they like have families that speak Spanish in the home. So there's a lot of like Spanish dialogue that I did not grasp whatsoever. I was able to put together some words, and then I would try my best to like form an opinion about what they were saying before I went to Google Translate.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I really like that about this book. And the only thing, he's never watched Scrubs.
Oh no.
Because he's lame. He's never watched Scrubs.
I'm sorry. Wait, who's Dominican? The girl, right? The one that's with the...
I think so. It's been a long time since I watched Scrubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know, Paul. I know.
I'm sorry.
I know. He hasn't freaking watched Scrubs.
I'll watch Scrubs.
Scrubs is awesome.
I love shows like that. I honestly love, like, I haven't just sat down and watched Scrubs. I think it's like, is it on like Hulu or something? Because I have like a couple different streaming services.
It was on Netflix for a while. That's where I watched it.
Oh yeah, I'll watch Scrubs, guys.
Carla. Yep.
Carla.
Yep,
yeah,
yep,
that's what I thought.
Yep. Yep.
See, Scrubs, I know the characters. Show. I've seen like episodes. It's one of those shows where like I didn't watch, you know, like I didn't watch it. Like I've seen episodes while it was on because like you know, I knew it was a pretty good show, so I like left the episodes on.
Yeah. Well, John's with you at least.
Yeah.
You have John.
It is. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was on Hulu. I know the one doctor is like just sarcastic as heck.
Yeah. I feel like he's one of the best.
He's just pure sarcasm.
Yeah. But yeah. So, but this has big. That was a big old dragonfly. Hello. This has big like Jane the Virgin vibes, as far as I know. I have not personally watched Jane the Virgin. I just know that people have really compared this to that, and I feel like even like the plot of the show in question in the book is similar maybe to Jane the Virgin. I don't know. It's very like corporate drama romance sort of. Dr. Cox.
A walking truth bomb. Walking talking truth bomb.
Yeah, sitcoms are hard to watch from beginning to end. We've watched
Dude.
We've watched How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother.
A few times. Or a couple times. I wouldn't say a few times together the whole way through, but
it's alright if there's some hate for that show, but I love that show with every fiber in my being.
Yeah.
I love that show.
Ending is
the ending is, yeah, I mean, a lot of sitcoms. They must go, like, so long that they just, like, have no idea, like, how to wrap it up.
Is The Office considered a sitcom? I guess it is.
Yeah, it's like a doc, it's like a...
It's a mockumentary, right?
Mockumentary, but also partially a sitcom.
Because I didn't think I minded the ending of The Office.
I didn't mind we didn't mind the ending because the characters that we appreciated got, like, pretty good arc. Like resolutions, but like they completely tore apart other characters.
Yeah.
Like they ripped Andy to pieces.
No, it definitely wasn't perfect. Yeah.
Dwight's resolution's great. Jim and Pam, Aaron, even Aaron. I like Aaron's resolution. Mm-hmm. Everyone's resolution is like pretty okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so I read this because it had big sitcom and romance energy, and to be honest, I did like it. I liked it for the fact that it is, you know, representing the Latinx community, and it has like a lot of Spanish dialogue, and I liked that you know, it's a very like colorful international sort of book, but the fact that it, you know, it is actually a romance novel, and I didn't really like the romance that much.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, I just didn't like feel it that much. Oh.
That's awesome.
That's funny. On both our friends. Oh. Hello. Are you friends then? Are you like so you have it open on The PS4. Oh, did you mean friends or phones? Oh, okay,
Oh.
Paul. I remember you. Okay, I didn't know you guys were connected. That's awesome. Hello. I mean,
Hey.
I already knew I know both of you separately, sort of, but I didn't know.
Phones. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Phones.
I was like, friends. How does it
I
mean?
was like, open on our friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Are you guys both like bookies? Bookie gamers?
Bookish gamers or gaming
Bookers.
bookers? I feel like I have like no eyes on camera.
What do you mean?
No, every time I laugh, which is like most of the video, like you can't see my eyes.
I can see your eyes.
I don't feel like I have eyes. Maybe it's because it's like the glare. I don't know. I'm crazy. I can't see from this distance.
Ah.
Oh, I also.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool, Paul. I don't think I knew that you were from the UK at all. Like I was gonna say that earlier when you mentioned UK, but I don't think I knew that you were, British. That's awesome. So now you, Anonymous, you now live in Yorkshire? Is that like you moved from America there? It feels weird to wait for responses. Should we do like a game show sound while we're waiting? Oh, cool. I will.
Oh,
awesome.
That's the dream.
Is that 3? Oh, really? It's
dual citizenship.
1:00 now here. Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. I would love to move there. What?
I feel like, that there's something very similar in our case. I don't think I ever specified that.
You never said anything about it.
Like we met on League of Legends, and like part of that story was also like I actually lived down south.
Yeah.
Before actually like moving. So same case. We dated long distance for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Before I was like or we dated for 6 months.
But
and then we visited like back and forth. Like I would visit her, then she visited me.
I don't think I went over 2 months without seeing you in person.
No, not after the 6 months. We pushed through the 6 months of like just like Skyping with each other in the beginning.
Was it 6 months of just Skyping? Because I feel
I think it was. I think we met in September.
But yeah.
And then we like met each other in like April. Is that 6 months? I can't do math. Someone do math.
We met in September?
Yeah. That's more. Never mind. That's more than 6 months.
Yeah, that's more than 6 months.
Mathematician.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
We met in September.
Okay, yeah, but I feel like whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Since 2000.
Heck.
Whoa. 7 months. There we go.
Thanks, BJ.
Thank you, BJ and John.
Don't do
math.
Thank you.
Long distance?
Long distance was hard, but
I feel like long distance was all right for us because of who we are. We're like, if anyone like has seen our videos, like we're kind of like not even low key. We're pretty high key, like nerdy and clingy to each other. So like, long distance was great because like, I was doing like online classes and she was doing online classes. So we just spent a lot of time with each other.
Paul, my friend, she might even be watching, I don't know, but my friend actually is kind of in the same predicament because she is from Canada and she got married, to an American here. Here, obviously, I'm in America, but she has been going through this like awful process of getting her like visa because of all the pandemic like delays and everything. It's been kind of terrible, but she finally got her an interview. I think she would have said something if she was here, but congrats to her wherever you are. But yeah, she was kind of in the same predicament. So she's already married to, but she's actually apart from him for who knows how long. But yeah, that's a really cool story. I'm glad you guys told us that because I didn't even know you guys were connected until now. Yeah, so
maybe they didn't know we were connected until now.
they just thought
Crazy.
They just thought that you were like a random.
I'm just guest starring in all her videos.
Yeah.
Where are all my Troy fans at?
Shut up.
I got to make a name for you guys.
Nobody. Don't blow up his head.
Comment below, to the side. Comment. What? Yeah, there we go. Troy fans.
Troy fans.
No, there's got to be like a better name for them.
Trans.
Troyers. Troy fans. Trojans. Where are all my Trojans at?
Yeah. YouTube can be, it can take a lot out of you just if it becomes too much of a it feels too much pressure, I guess you would call it. But I feel like for me it's because of you guys. It's been pretty like stable. I haven't felt like overwhelmed.
Yeah, honestly, you feel like you're
I don't know about the new Avengers games.
I might
I don't
just
know about
because wait, no, I might. Here's why. Thank you, Steven. Yes, we can have a different name. I agree. I also thought that as I said
Oh, you first saw us on the UK trip, Paul? Are you serious? Have you been with us that long? Holy crap. That's
wow.
Amazing. I mean, you've commented on like
also, thank you.
What?
That makes me feel good.
Holy crap.
At least I know people miss me when I'm not in videos.
I would like to. That's why I said.
No, I know. We would like to start a channel where it's like, obviously, like I'm involved with videos on this channel, but we were hoping to start a channel that's like exclusively like it's like us hanging out and like us doing videos together. Yeah. So it's like if you specifically want to see like a. It's hard
right now because of the pandemic. We can't go anywhere. Okay. All right. I think I noticed that. I feel like I noticed that you're
my knee.
Oh yeah.
My poor knee.
Yeah. That's so cool. I didn't know you were with us for that long. That's amazing. Crazy. Wow. You're OGs.
It's still not okay. I'm just kidding. I don't have to wear the brace, but
you do have to wear the brace. He just doesn't wear the brace.
I don't wear the brace.
He just doesn't wear the brace. Don't take that at face value because he's supposed to wear
my knee is like forever terrible.
Yeah, it's hard because to start, when you start like a couple channel, I feel like some amount of traveling or just like doing things is expected. Hi Brazil. How's it? What time is it there? How you doing? But yeah, it's hard because Hi Brazil. Yeah, but we can't go anywhere. So, we don't really go anywhere. We went to the zoo. That was fun with masks on.
That was pretty fun.
It was very hot.
That was pretty darn fun.
Yeah.
If it wasn't so hot, it would be more fun, but it's pretty fun.
England did destroy us. But the weird thing about England.
See you, Bethany. Thanks for copping on.
Bye.
Copping on.
Thanks for copping on.
Thanks for copping here.
England destroyed us because, and I mentioned this in the videos, we got sick the day that we departed. And it was really, really rough because I've never felt probably more terrible with a cold. I feel like I just like couldn't breathe for the first half of the trip, but it should speak to how amazing London and like our trip was to England in general, that even despite like the miserableness that I experienced with like the cold and you experienced with the knee, that it was still like life-altering, best trip ever. Yeah, heat was intense. It was
really intense, and like it was kind of sad because I don't know, like you enjoy seeing like the animals and stuff like that, but like a lot of them seem like it's strangely enough the ones that you would think would be in like a Sahara or whatever the heck. I'm not a zoologist, but
I'm not a zoologist.
But like there were like animals that were like that look like they're supposed to be in like hotter weather that were like panting and like hiding under shade and stuff, and you're just like, wow, like it must be pretty bad.
I love seeing animals, but I also like. It's sad to go to the zoo. Not gonna lie, it's sad.
It's sad, but like sometimes you wonder like what it's like for them out there. You know what I mean? Like they're pretty terrible people. Like we saw rhinos, which was oh my gosh, like a dream come true for me. I've never seen a rhino before
I wish
in
they'd been
person.
closer so that you could see
Yeah, it
better.
was pretty far away, but probably for a good reason. It's a rhino. But we saw rhinos, and I was so happy. I've like loved rhinos since I was like a kid. My two favorite animals are rhinos and koala bears.
Monkey House or Money House?
I think Monkey House. It's most likely Monkey House.
Yeah.
I don't think a zoo has a money house.
No, I can see why maybe Americans wouldn't get used to the weather.
Yeah,
it's very like when I was there, it was very, or when we were there, it was actually pretty moderate. Like the weather was actually pretty nice because it didn't rain all the time, but it was very humid. I feel like, and that didn't help the fact that I already like couldn't breathe. It was rough.
We did see things in the monkey house. I took a video of this they're like blue face monkey or blue something. They're blue something monkeys.
Blue monkeys.
And they were so funny because one was just like in the corner and he was just kind of like dead face, like staring in a direction. And then there were two other ones. One was like laying on his back. Or no, he was like, what was he doing? He was like laying like flat on his stomach and he was like picking he must have been picking fleas or bugs out of him, and then like he like moved up and like put his tail out, and like then he started like picking off his tail. It was just really funny watching them.
I've never been to Utah, unfortunately. I would like to go out. I would like to see more of like literally the country that I live in.
Yes.
I feel like I've kind of made too many repetitive trips to like Florida. Even though Florida's awesome, Florida's great. Like I haven't really gone.
Florida's great. Florida's also places. Strange.
We had a great spring. Yeah, we had a lot of rain here last summer. Like it felt like every day it was raining.
Yeah.
No, but I actually have that book. I think my grandma got it for me. You do have castles.
I want to see the castles.
We never really got to see, like, we got to see,
what, where we went?
Yeah, what's it called?
Stratford upon Avon? Or
No.
We went to the prison, right?
Yeah.
The prison. Wow. Why am I blanking?
The prison. You guys know
because
we saw that.
Yeah. I think it's a prison. It's definitely a prison.
It's not a I guess it's not really considered a castle, but
it's where like
it was the closest
house
thing
was,
that we
right?
saw.
Tower of London.
Thank you. We are so dumb that we didn't remember the name of that. But yeah.
I mean, it's been a while.
That was the closest thing we got to see.
It's been a while.
That was the closest thing we got to see. Clink was another one that we saw, but that's more like dingy, dark, actual dungeon. Yeah. What? Oh, for the Stephen King. I didn't know that they had a series for that.
Yeah,
book.
I didn't know that either.
I would love to go to Australia.
I want to come to Australia.
I would love it.
John, you just heard me say koala bear. You heard me say koala bear.
Can we stay?
I want to go to Australia, please.
Unfortunately, we are broke.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
No, we didn't get to see Stonehenge. When we arrived in what's the airport in London? What's it called?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The airport that we arrived in? I don't know. The airport in London.
London International.
I
don't know.
Certainly feel like I need a GoFundMe, man. But yeah, when we
yes, we do need a GoFundMe.
We need a
GoFundMe.
Please help us.
So we can have fun and not be sad.
Yeah, we. Oh my gosh, I want to go to Portland so bad.
Yeah.
So badly.
Isn't Portland like hipster central? Like that's where you got to be if you're like hipping and happening.
Yeah.
Because I want to be there.
I feel like it is. I don't live there.
I want to be there.
But yeah, when we arrived in Heathrow. Yeah.
Heathrow.
Yeah, we there was like a bus that was like go to Stonehenge, and it took all of my like willpower not to just jump on the bus.
Yeah, it was fun, but like the UK trip obviously was like very like fast track because like we weren't doing it. It wasn't a personal trip, so
yeah, it was very
fast tracked, very school oriented.
We saw
weirdly disorganized. Even
It
though it
wasn't
was like
disorganized. It was just
we lost some people. There were
We
people
did
that were just
lose some
missing
people.
during like some of the plays.
yeah. I
There
mean,
were
that was
whole
just,
groups of people
that was
just
like
gone.
that was like a personal choice, though. You know.
Well, no, they like went somewhere and then like just couldn't get back for like 3 hours because of the like traffic and like trying to get on all the you know, the
Yeah. But the thing about
subway.
London, and this is from the that was a leaf. This is from the point of view of obviously someone who doesn't live there, so maybe this isn't like really correct. But I felt like being in London, even for the short amount of time that we were there, I felt very like at home. Like I felt like I picked up very quickly on like how to get around,
Oh yeah.
and where everything was, and like I just felt like there was something about the city and just like the pace of it that was like really really nice. Like I could definitely live there, but
Even like
it's so
money was
expensive.
like money's pretty much the same. It's just
Yeah, it's just
I mean, it gets crazy because there are like a lot of coins.
yeah,
There are a lot of coins.
yeah.
Oh boy. I had a hard time keeping track of my pounds over there.
Yeah, I thought I would have a much harder time with the underground, but I think because the whole time we were in London, we were on the underground. Like there was no, it felt like we were on the underground like
The
every
entire time.
like 5 times a day, and it was just like I got used to it like super quickly, which is weird for me because I'm a bookish
If
person.
anything, I had a hard time finding the underground. Like when we weren't like near a spot
Yeah.
where we can get to it,
Yeah,
we like walked for like miles looking. Like we were like, I don't understand where we're supposed to enter.
yeah.
You know, because we had a map. Didn't we? Did we have a map? We didn't have a map.
We had.
We knew we knew the underground.
Yeah,
But
once
like
we got
didn't,
down
yeah,
there, we were
but we
fine.
didn't know anything about like where the actual like entry
Yeah.
points were.
The only thing intimidating about the underground is like payment, sort of. Like we had cards that they gave us for the trip, and like that covered, like we could scan that card and we could go mostly anywhere. But then there were like certain places that it got confusing because it was like, hey, you can't actually go there with that card. Like you have to pay extra. You have to like do this stuff.
Yeah, there were like certain stages or whatever, wasn't it? Something like that. Yeah, I think it was like a form of the oyster card.
It was the oyster card.
It was the oyster card. It was like a
temporary one that they gave us to get around. But then after, at some points I got scared because we would get far away from where like we were stationed, and I got scared that like maybe they would like stop covering it on the oyster card because that was the only thing that was a little intimidating. But yeah, Forks. I would love to visit Forks. Very, very, very much.
Yeah, the zones. That's what it was.
Zones. Yep. Yeah, my family on my mom's side is from Nottingham, and I only wish that like we said, this trip that we took was very like scheduled. It was about Shakespeare, so we spent most of the time watching Shakespeare plays. But if I had my own way, I would have loved to go to Nottingham.
There's so many places. We had a group that went off. They trailed off and went to Buckingham Palace.
Yeah, we never got to see
and we
that.
never got to see it.
Although honestly, I feel like, not that I wouldn't want to see Buckingham Palace, I just feel like it might be hard to see it and appreciate it. Honestly,
though, like I would have liked to even from a distance see it because that's part of why I loved London so much is like that London trip. You have to go to like very specific places here in the U.S. to see like really nice like sort of like antique architecture. Like I don't know how to put it. Churches and stuff like that. But like in London, it was like everything was so like like the architecture over there is so beautiful. Everything looks so nice. And
I mean, I just feel like you like British people try their best to to preserve stuff, maybe. Yeah, that's the only thing that I would have probably been worried about with going to Buckingham Palace, just being like run over, because it's like the most popular spot for tourists.
Also, I agree that our coins are much better. If I wasn't, like their coins are at least numbers.
Yeah, so our coins are much worse.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I could sit there for like hours trying to figure out whether something's a dime or a penny.
Hours? I just picture you.
Hours. Me just comparing them.
American guy
I don't understand. Oh boy.
No, yeah, I feel like I could easily get used to.
Yeah,
England.
it'd be good. You know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think we could do more of these. I don't know. Like, are you guys up for what? Like once a week, every other week? You know, should we have specific topics, or should we just sort of ramble like we've been doing?
Yeah, just like hop on here with absolutely nothing to talk about. Although we do enough that like we probably have like something to talk about like every time, you know.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, not exactly. You know, without chatting. No.
No, you're fine.
I don't think anybody dislikes hearing about, you know, England, as far as I can tell.
No, I mean,
I
honestly,
love to relive London because it seems. I feel like if I don't relive London myself, I feel like it didn't happen.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
strange.
Like really
it
sad.
feels like it didn't. It's so strange to think that it happened. Everything was so fast. We came back, and I like immediately had to like be like like put under like home arrest because of my knees, and I had to like call the doctors, and I had to wait like 2 weeks before I could even like get an appointment. It was terrible. It was pretty bad when we came back.
That was I forget about like the aftermath of London.
Yeah, that's honestly what I think makes it like so strange that it did happen. Like we forget that it did happen because we were in such a rush to come back to the US because like you know, we just didn't have time.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't argue with you there. Honestly, it was terrible. The fact that I had to wait for my I had to wait for my doctor's appointment, and then I also had to wait 2 weeks just for me to be able to like get my appointment in with the orthopedic doctor. Or the orthopedic doctor. I had to wait 2 weeks, and then after that I had to wait even longer. I think I had to wait a week. I was almost like a month or so out of work. But I had to wait another week, I think, because they didn't have the like appointments available with the people who give me the brace.
Yeah.
So after the orthopedic doctor, I had to wait another week to get the brace, and then finally I got the brace, and it didn't go much better then because I was working as a server, so I was on my feet, and like a genius, I was like, I'm pretty healed up. It's been like a month. How bad is my knee? If I walk, not run. If I walk for like really long amounts of time, like I would say like an hour, or it also depends on the pressure put on the knee. Yeah, incline. I think incline is the big thing. Like if I'm walking downhill, fine, but if I'm like walking uphill,
and you're also much better now than you were.
Yeah, way better than before. But if I'm walking like uphill, it starts getting really bad. If I'm walking like up a lot of steps, down a lot of steps.
I think because it puts strain.
It puts strain on like exactly like the I mean, I'm not like good on like anatomy either. I'm not smart, guys, and I'm just kidding.
Oh my god! Thank you, Paul. By the way,
thank you.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a big, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So actually, I was going to mention this. So we were talking, and think it would be fun to have a couples channel because talking about marriage like any other couple who's been together as long as we have, and we were talking about like, you know, what we would want to do for like a honeymoon, and I feel like personally I care more about the honeymoon, and not the honeymoon, but like the adventures you have together after you've gotten married. And so we were talking about like where we would want to go, and we kind of thought that maybe it would be fun to go to Hawaii because I am part Japanese, and my my great grandma like was from Hawaii, but she was actually, her family was from Japan, and we thought maybe, I don't know how flights work, to be honest. I haven't done a lot of research into this, but we felt like maybe it would be possible to go to Hawaii, maybe like enjoy a week there, and then maybe fly off to Japan.
Yeah.
Because my family
From Kagoshima.
Yeah, it's from Kagoshima. And I mean,
we've been together. It's gonna be 7 years. In what? In like a couple months, 2 months.
Yeah.
In November, 7 months in November.
Yeah. Oh, 13-year-old daughter. Is that Paige, your 13-year-old daughter? I'm assuming. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That'll be us.
I'm gonna name my daughter Paige.
She's yeah.
Yeah, why not? Huh? Why not? Guys can name their sons their name.
I'm leaving.
So why can't I name my daughter
Her
Paige?
name is gonna be Paige Troy.
Yep.
But like with like a hyphen. Paige Troy.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. So
Yeah, it has been a long time. We sometimes get into conversations about what it was like before we were together, and we kind of get confused.
I don't remember.
I can't
what
keep
it was
track of like, because it just like, I can remember my like memories before Paige.
Yeah, that's
Memories
the thing.
before Paige are just my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it almost
But like,
feels
I
like...
don't remember what it felt like to not be dating her yet.
Yeah.
And talking to her. Like, I don't remember what that was like, because we just kind of like...
Yeah.
Like, whoosh.
I think it's probably that way for any couple who's been together for...
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you know, we've been together almost 7 years, but like, that isn't a lot to some people, which is fine, you know?
Yeah.
But I just feel like for anybody who's been in like a really long-term relationship, I feel like maybe it's the same feeling of like,
yeah,
you remember life before the relationship, but also like the feeling of not being in the race, like you know,
yeah.
I almost feel like you should just know everything that happened in
like
my
we
life.
just kind of like exist as like a duo now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like you probably have like a mental checklist when you wake up, and when I wake up, I'm just kind of like, all right, Paige, like that's like the got that, all right, Paige,
checklist.
Paige exists.
Paige, cross
Paige
her
exists.
out.
Making sure Paige exists. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a thing that happens, I guess.
But yeah, Japan.
Japan.
I want to go to Japan.
I'd love to go to Japan. Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, chat.
Oh,
so
young
cute.
chat.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's honestly awesome.
That's so cute. I'm so glad that now I understand that when you were referring to your wife, that she wasn't an unknown entity, that I had actually been talking to her, that you
knew who she was all along.
I don't know Japanese. I know a few words. My great grandma taught me how to make sushi, which I have not done independently, so that's embarrassing.
Yeah. Fun fact, oh, thank you. Thanks, Graham. Fun fact, to add to our repertoire of nerdiness, we play games, we read, we love like fantasy movies, blah blah blah. We also love anime, so that's like another thing. I mean, we don't know Japanese, like we don't speak Japanese, but like
I feel like though, like when you say like, oh, I love anime, and you say like I want to go to Japan, like people.
We're weebs.
Yeah.
She can fight it, but I won't.
I mean,
we're weebs.
It's not that I don't want to go to Japan.
We are both musical.
It's not that I don't want to go to Japan because because I like anime, but also I feel like being Japanese adds. You know, I want to see.
Flair.
I want to see.
I mean, I just want to see
came from.
I just want to. I know anime has a lot to do with their culture, but like, I just want to like. I'll be completely honest. I want to go to Japan for the food. The food is to die for.
Yeah. There's really no reason I don't want to. Like, I want to just go for every single. reason.
I'm also about that Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh, Naruto, Bleach.
Yeah, I used to watch anime a lot when I was younger, and now you have to, like, when you get a little bit older, you have to like prioritize what you want the most, and anime has just kind of fallen to the wayside for me, which is unfortunate, but it's the way it is. Yeah, we're both musical.
That ant was very persistent. Yeah, we're both very musical.
Have you when you say that you want to give manga a go? Oh
no!
Isn't that the horror?
That's the crazy looking one. That's That's the one that. Oh, see. Yeah.
I love horror.
I
and
know
I've said
you
this
love
so
horror,
many
but I don't
times.
think you could read. I don't think you could read.
You don't think I
Junji
could read it?
I don't think you could because of the images. She likes horror, but we're both equally like we're like
I'm a little
spooked
squeamish.
about like
Yeah.
about like ghosts and like spirits and stuff and demons or whatever.
Yeah.
So like there's no way she's gonna read Junji Ito and be okay.
Could read it.
There's no way
could
you're gonna
read
be
it.
okay. There's no way.
I could be fine.
No, you're gonna see
could
the
do
images.
it.
That's what it is, the images. Like that stupid. I call it stupid because I hate how much it like puts fear into my heart. But you guys know that Momo image? That like statue?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That Momo image, that like, you know, the statue. Oh, that thing, like it literally like got way too popular and would pop up in the most random places because trolls on the internet thought it was hilarious. Like, haha, I'm gonna hide Momo in like a recipe for something, and like every single time I saw it, like my heart, yes, the bird lady.
Is it the bird lady?
Yes, she has like bird feet. Like, ugh, every time I saw it, my soul left my body, and like I don't know how to explain it. Every time I saw it, my heart was just like, I can't take it. Like
I can't take it.
Yeah, I just would lose a piece of my soul every single time.
Yeah, I remember like when they used to use the girl from The Exorcist to do those like scary things that would pop up on like.
That exactly, Paul. I'm sorry, you shouldn't have Googled it.
Why'd you do that, Paul?
That's how I felt. That's how I feel about some things. Like another weird thing about me, I really like. I haven't like actually sat down and read his stuff, and I will get to that. I want to so bad, but I love like Lovecraftian, like the like Cthulhu mythos.
I feel like he's super tame to some of the stuff that we've encountered, though.
Well, Lovecraft? Yeah, no, I just haven't brought myself to read it, but I like will look up different like great old ones, like the gods in the Cthulhu mythos, and sometimes I wish I really like didn't, because I'll do it at like 3 a.m. I'm like, I wonder what this god looks like, and it's like 17 eyes and 30 tentacles, and I'm like, yeah, like that's gonna be in my dreams now, and like probably eat my soul or something. Yeah. But no, you should not. Yeah, don't Google it. I Googled her and I was like, I immediately regretted it. I was like, what's Momo? Oh.
Something you shouldn't do, that I made the mistake of doing. Like I said, I really like horror stuff. I like scary stories.
We like horror. I play a lot of horror games.
And I was on YouTube the other day, and I'm always on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, but I I was on there and I came across these videos on YouTube that were like. It was like clips of real ghosts, and I was like, you know, I mean, if it's real ghost sightings, then obviously it's gonna be some like compilation of like the ghost hunters. Like it's not gonna be scary. So I was like, okay, like I'll click on this. Maybe they got some like sound clips that are interesting, and I clicked on it, and I honestly felt nauseous because they were not including like ghost hunters clips. They were including clips of like real ghosts caught on camera, but the real ghosts were probably just people in these really terrifying costumes, like looking around corners and stuff. And there was a shot of a girl, and it was like a guy speaking another language, and they included the clip, and he was like telling his adventures with this like ghost in his house, and then he had a clip of like it was shooting, and it was like a girl like with like this dark hair and like these glowing eyes, and he like looked that like the girl like looked around the corner, and I literally like my soul left my body, and I had to click out of it immediately. So the reason I'm telling you this, never click on a compilation of true ghost sightings, because they really are just not okay at all. Favorite horror books? Oh God, I don't know.
Junji Ito.
I don't know.
Does manga count? I read a horror manga.
I feel like I'm just thinking of The Shining because it was mentioned not that long ago.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. Well, there's just one more book that I'll just mention, because this is supposed to be a wrap up. I had to read Huckleberry Finn this month. This was actually the first book that I had to read for a class that I'm taking. If you didn't see my TBR video, it's a class about like young adult representation, like children in literature. And Huckleberry Finn, not my favorite book, but it is certainly quite an adventure.
You Paige.
I've not read Dr. Sleep, but I have it. I wanted to read it, I just haven't yet.
Paige actually had me read like a full page and a half of that book to her out loud.
I understand. Like I had him read it.
I honestly I think it's very.
It's
I think it's clever. I think it's like an interesting
it's like I don't want to say that I hate the book.
Takes a lot of skill to write.
I hate the book. It has a lot of historical importance.
Yeah.
Mark Twain knew what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Making a lot of statements about racism and the abandoned child, and I don't know, but it is absolutely horrendous to read this book. It's the worst experience, and I'm taking this class because I'm supposed to be learning how to teach this book to students, and I don't think I could ever force my students to read this. I feel like there's so many different books to read that give you the same message, or I don't know, a similar message, and you don't have to read whatever the heck this is. Yeah. I mean, we've had a lot of great discussions about this book. We've read like academic articles and different studies about this book, and there's a lot to be said. There's a lot to be studied, a lot to be observed from this book. But you know what? It is terrible to read. Absolutely terrible. And I feel like it's also this copy. I remember saying this in the video. This copy of Huckleberry Finn is small because it's a Dover thrift edition. But it's so deceiving because the pages are very the letters are very tightly packed. It's very it's the small lettering. There's not a lot of spacing between lines. So actually, I feel like this book is double, triple what it looks like. And it took me so long to read it because I had to freaking, it was the worst. It was just the worst. And that was how I concluded this month's reading.
I feel like it almost comes off as I think it's interesting because it kind of opens your eyes to the fact that even though we speak English, and that's technically English, it's like a completely different dialect being written.
Yeah, I mean,
which is very interesting.
Ernest
It's it's almost like if you ask
not Ernest Hemingway, William Faulkner, and he kind of did the same thing with dialect. He tried to write as if they were speaking that in that exact way.
Mm-hmm.
And Huck Finn does the same thing. But unless you have so much time to, give to the book, that I don't know, it's just really it's hard. It's hard to read it. It's really, really hard.
Yeah.
The only thing that I can say about the fact that it's so accurate is that it's accurate. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, guys, those are the books that I read. We covered them in very weird order. I'm not sure if that was completely the most accurate way that I read them all, but I wanted to give you my thoughts on them. I didn't even rate, I think, most of them this month because I just have a hard time. I have a hard time giving ratings to books that I've been assigned to read. I feel like it's kind of unfair to the book because I kind of hold a little bit of resentment that I've been forced to read them, and I feel like that colors how I see the book too. So that's why I didn't give a rating to Huck Finn, and I didn't give a rating to... Oh, I read The Giver! I read The Giver this month. I almost forgot about that. I don't have a copy of it because I got it from my professor, but I didn't give The Giver a...
I didn't give The Giver.
I didn't give The Giver a rating because I felt that because I had been assigned to read it, that I wasn't going to be completely like impartial when rating it. You know what I mean? It's just not the same experience when you've read it for your own enjoyment. Although I did enjoy it overall. I see a few more people have joined, and I hate to like end it as soon as somebody has come in, but The Giver is about, it's basically like the OG dystopian utopian book about this kid who's living in a society where like emotions are not a thing anymore, and the history and like the tradition of emotions and color and like all these vibrant things about life are being entrusted to a person called the what's it called? The receiver. And then he takes on an apprentice, and that person, the protagonist of the book, starts to inherit all of humankind's memories and stuff. Yeah, exactly. I just feel like I'm dissecting it for such a specific purpose, you know? The Silent Companions. I do like gothic horror a lot, so I'm going to add that to my TBR. I did like Mexican gothic. That's not necessarily, I mean, it's considered gothic, but it's obviously recently published.
I have to dig gothic horror because I'm running a D&D campaign. That's in gothic horror. Curse of Strahd.
Yeah.
And I love Bloodborne.
Yeah. I have to read.
Oop.
What?
Saved your life.
Oh, bug. Huckleberry Finn is not bad. It's so needed, I guess.
It bends like,
but it's a nightmare for me to read. It's truly a nightmare for me to read.
Just like physically to read.
Physically to read, it hurts my eyes. The dialect is impossible sometimes. It's rough. It is. The Giver was not rough because it's like middle grade, I think. So, but I have to read The Turn of the Screw by Henry James for Tuesday. The good thing about that book is that it's very small, I think. And the audiobook is like 4 hours. I don't know if you guys have read it. I have never read it before. Yeah, I'm excited about it. Bye!
Thanks, BJ.
We're going to wrap up soon. Yeah, I want to read it too because it's a scary story. So I feel like this is one of the rare opportunities that I'll get to read something scary that I've actually been assigned to read. All right. So before we wrap up, does anyone else have any books that they've been reading that they want to talk about? I don't want to cut anybody off.
Yeah. What, me whipping my head?
No, I'm just waiting to make sure that. Yeah, you should go to bed. Is it? Yeah, I think it's late.
Yes,
have a good week. All right. On John's note. Oh.
Feed series.
It sounds vaguely familiar to me, but I don't know why.
The Dragon Lords.
Yeah, we will. Well, he will.
I will.
Yeah, for sure. Him.
I like exclusively read fantasy is the thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, I basically exclusively read.
No, I mean like I can't read like contemporary. Like my brain just won't handle it.
Been meaning to read Terry Pratchett, but just haven't. And of course, like Brandon Sanderson is a huge fantasy like icon, and I haven't read him either. I've only read like the beginning of his Mistborn. I've read the beginning of Mistborn. All right, we're gonna wrap up since it is going on 2 hours. Oh, you stopped Discworld for us? Jeez, thanks. You know, 6 pages left. I actually feel pretty guilty that you stopped
Oh,
6
no.
pages from the ending. Yeah. Discworld is something that I've always kind of been interested in starting, but like anything else, it just, when will I get to it? Who knows? I'm already not following the TBR that I made for back to school, so. Okay, then I don't feel so bad. All right, guys, it's been really fun talking to you.
Yeah.
I think if we do decide to do this weekly or semi-weekly, then we'll, obviously I'll post about it and stuff and let you know, maybe in like a future video or anything. But like I'm sure we can come up with at least like a few topics to talk about.
Yeah.
Every time we stream. You too.
Thanks. You too.
Yeah, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Yeah. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
This was fun.
Yeah, it was actually really fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I like talking, obviously, so.
Yeah, it's nice to talk when we haven't really had human contact since the pandemic.
Yeah.
All right. It's good talking to you all. Bye.
All right, see you guys.